originally met Galen in 2002. We met through a mutual friend who was his neighbor and my coworker. We didn't actually start dating till the next year, 2003. We actually were helping with her 30th birthday party, and during that time we started talking and we really hit it off. The next day he asked me out to coffee, and we've been together ever since.
So it was in 2003, which is kind of weird even to say that it's been going on 19 years that we've been together, and now we're about to get married, which is also hard to believe. I didn't know that we were going to get here. But when we met, her coworker was my neighbor, and I used to watch my neighbor's kids, and Tanika would come over, and they were friends. I kind of assumed, at the time that, since they were peers, that Tanika was probably married with kids too. It turned out that was not the case. But there wasn't a lot of adult conversation between us at that point. Kids were always around, I was always busy. And then the neighbor, the mutual friend, Leslie, she threw her 30th birthday party, in the area in the house in the area that we had all met. And this was our first chance to really interact as adults.
Galen told me while we were having coffee that he had always wanted to ask me out, but didn't because he thought I was already married for some reason with children. I guess because most of her friends were married with kids, which was funny because I also thought that he had already had a girlfriend. I actually thought that his stepmother was his girlfriend. So that was kind of a funny thing, that we both were interested in each other but did not ask each other out or try to talk to each other because we thought we were already involved with other people. So Galen, a week to the day that we started dating, gave me this ring, which is called a colada, and I've had it ever since.
And some of the things that about Tanika that really drew me to her, her smile, the way she looked, her eyes, she was so bright, so intelligent, still is. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, but we danced and we got to know each other and we talked and we laughed, and then we fell in love, and we've been together for 19 years in November, this coming November, and we're getting married now in just a couple of weeks. It's amazing. So yeah, I mean, Tanika and I, it was a little rough in the beginning from time to time. Neither of us were really prepared for a relationship, or we weren't looking for one. We certainly weren't thinking that this was, the person that we were going to settle down with. But then, as we spent more time together, I think Tanika was actually planning on moving that summer. We got together in November, and she was supposed to move in June. She was actually moving with her best friend. She was going to move to New York. And I remember he was probably the one that called it first. Marcus, he's actually going to be her best man, or man of honor at the wedding. He said to her, he's like, yeah, you're not moving. Because he had seen how we were together, and that we had fallen in love, whether we knew it or not. And that she was going to stay. She was going to stay with me.
He told me the story about it, which I already knew, but I let him tell me anyway, just because I thought it was really cute. I guess the thing I'm most thankful for, as far as having him involved with me, or the biggest impact, is the fact that he supported me in my academic career. I always wanted to go back to school, pursue a career in medicine, and I was afraid to do so. He's been my biggest cheerleader and my biggest supporter, and really encouraged me. And so I was able to get my bachelor's degree, and I will go back for my master's because of him, so I'm grateful to him.
And he was absolutely right. And, that's what happened, and we moved in together. And yeah, of course, it's been rocky. There's been ups and downs. I mean, it's been almost 20 years. And then, 2019, into 2020, I proposed on our anniversary, And she said yes, made me the happiest man
I never
alive.
thought that I would find someone that I would be in a long-term relationship with, let alone getting married. So I feel very honored that he chose me as his partner, and I'm really excited to see what the next part of our journey has to offer. I love him beyond measure and feel so fortunate to have him in my life.
And then the last 2 years, we've just been planning this whole event. And now here it is. We're like 3 weeks out, you know, and talking about it still seems surreal, but magical, and can't wait.
So for the wedding, I just want to, hopefully everything will go smoothly and everybody has a good time. I'm going to look great.
You are going to look great.
I'm going to look great.
It's gonna look great.
The future, I want us to complete our goals. I want us to travel and just enjoy the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
What about you?
So this is a party that's been 19 years in the making. I think it's going to be fantastic. And the way I look at things, it's taken a long time for us to get to this point. But I don't see this as being the end of us being, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, but I see that this as the beginning. This is the beginning of the rest of our relationship, which I think is indefinite, just from here until the end. I love you.
I love you too.
If you told me my life would be like this, I wouldn't have believed you. If you told me you loved me, I wouldn't have believed you, babe. But you show me every day through sweet and selfless things. Your wings, they show today.
I, Tanika, take you, Galen, to be my husband, to safeguard my heart, day in and day out, through the storms and the rain and the wonderful mysteries of this life. I promise you faithfulness, loyalty, compassion, friendship, and love from this day forward until we have no more days remaining.
I, Galen, take you, Tanika, to be my wife, to safeguard my heart day in and day out through the storms and the rain and the wonderful mysteries of this life. I promise you faithfulness, loyalty, compassion, friendship, and love from this day forward until we have no more days remaining.
Tanika and Galen, do you consent to this union?
We do.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
If you told me my life selfless things. Your wings, they show today. Your wings, they show.
About to burn.